Let's talk about it. It is tax season. People are filing their taxes. Some are pissed that they owe money. Let's get into these clips.
So Trump just tweeted that Elon Musk said we should be getting way more money on our tax refunds. And if you agree, leave a thumbs up. That was in his Twitter. Now I agree. Some people don't even get money on their tax refunds and instead they have to owe money. I'm a victim to this. I just saw a video of a guy saying he paid 11K in taxes and now that he's doing his tax thing, he still owes $1,000 more. He should be getting money. Now, if this goes into effect and we can get more money on our tax returns, this would be great for everyone. But still, people will find another reason to hate on Trump.
I mean, again, if they're able to do something with this tax system, and allow people across the board, especially the middle class, who are literally getting hammered and ultimately pay the lion's share of the taxes, that would be great. But again, like I said, I'm not going to hold my breath, and I'll believe it when I see it.
If you're self-employed, get paid on the table, get paid with cash, barber, server, entrepreneur, and you don't report your taxes or report everything that you make, you're doing yourself more harm than good. Because when I was younger, I used to work in a car dealership. There used to be servers and barbers that would come to me with $10,000, $15,000 cash looking to buy a $30,000 car, putting 50% down, but they only report that they make $3,000 a month. So when I run the credit check, the bank is requiring them to put down like 60, 70, 80 fucking percent, because to them, they're wondering where'd you get 10, 15K from if you only make $3,000 a month and your rent it's 1,500. And the thing is about not reporting your taxes, you can get away with it for a very long time. But when you least expect it, you've been doing it since your 20s to your 50s, you're going to go to jail eventually. The IRS comes at you when you racked up a bill this fucking large, and they're going to hit your ass with $200,000 in past due taxes. I've seen it happen to people. So keep thinking you don't have to report your taxes. Keep telling the IRS you only made 50K that year, but driving around in a $70,000 car. Keep telling them that.
Definitely seen this a lot, like you said, with 1099 workers, barbers, hairstylists, those sorts. Again, like I said, they purposely do not claim all their income. And then when it's time to make a major purchase, like a house, or they want to buy themselves a nice luxury car, they do not, they'll have a large down payment, but they will not have the income to qualify because they purposely did not report all their income. So just like the example he gave in the video, they'll go to the dealership and have a nice down payment, 15,000, $20,000 to put down. But yet the past 3 years, you've told the government you only made 25, 30,000. I mean, come on. Like if you're going to do something like that, which I would not recommend, at least be smart and strategic about it to at least put down enough income to where you can still qualify to get the things, those larger purchases that you may need.
My attention that not a lot of young people know how to do their own taxes and they're getting ripped off by CPAs who charge them $500 for nothing. And I would know because I am a CPA myself, and we will rip you to shreds. We will take advantage of you. I know. Sorry. Anyway, do
Man, that laugh was like she's done it a million times before.
your taxes yourself. If you're young, you most likely only have a W-2. That is so easy. Play Go Fish with that W-2. There's boxes that are numbered. Box 1, 2, 3, 4. And then tax website. Look up a tax website. TurboTax. I use Free Tax USA because it's free. Not sponsored. Literally not sponsored, but they should pay me for saying this. Free Tax USA. Your federal is free. Your state, you are going to have to pay for, but it's like $20. $14 probably. $14.99. I don't know. Anyway, just type that in. Type in all your information. And then you're going to need your social security number. If you are over the age of 18 and you don't know your social security number by heart, get on that shit. You should know that. Don't carry around your social security card with you in your wallet. Because guess what? People will steal your information and then they'll clone you. Do your taxes yourself. W-2, boxes are labeled. The website will ask you what is in this box. Do you know how to read? You might be a little bit dyslexic. I am too. Don't tell my boss that. Put the number that you see, what they're asking. Okay? The tax withheld is how much taxes that you've already paid in. The website's gonna calculate if that was correct or not. Don't ask me. I do taxes for a living and I don't understand shit about taxes. Why do we have them? Where is it going? Where's my money going? I don't know. But just follow the directions, okay? You are going to know how much taxes you have already paid in, and the software or the website is gonna tell you, oh, you paid in too much or you didn't pay in enough. And that is when you either get a refund or you gotta pay a little bit extra. Listen, if you get 1099s, most of the time, you're not gonna get tax withheld off of that. So you're most likely gonna have to pay taxes. That's why, when you're self-employed, you get 1099s, you should really leave some money off to the side. Put that in a high yield savings account. But also, guess what? High yield savings account, you have to pay tax on the interest on that. Ugh, that's crazy. And if you don't have a high yield savings account, ask your bank for it. And do it, because instead of getting 0.00002%, you could be getting 2%. You could be getting 3%, 4%, depending on how much money you have. I got a lot of money in the bank because I'm a rich bitch. So I get 25% off my high yield savings account. Just kidding. That's because I ripped off a lot of people. So that's why I'm giving you this advice. Do your own taxes this year. 2025, we are doing our own taxes. Okay? It's not that difficult. Don't make it more difficult. Don't get ripped off by a CPA. Don't get ripped off by me. You're welcome for the advice.
2025, I tell you, TikTok, um, again, I'll say this once more, is a national treasure. Without TikTok, we wouldn't get videos like this, where a person, I mean, she's claiming to be a CPA, tells you that she's ripped off numerous people with doing their taxes, made a lot of money doing so, and literally has no problem with coming on the internet and literally telling you that. I mean, TikTok, people have no problem literally exposing themselves and putting themselves on Front Street. But one thing I do agree with, if I mean, if you just have one job, you have one W-2, it's very simple and straightforward to do. You should not be paying someone $500 for that when you can use a service such as TurboTax. And again, like I said, if you know how to, basic reading skills, you should be fine.
Let me just say, okay, I'm sick and tired of having to pay taxes throughout the year. And then when it's time to file your taxes, I don't get nothing. I owe $2. What do you mean I owe $2? What do you mean I owe $11? What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean? Because I work all year long and then I pay my taxes, I pay everything, and then I owe again? Oh no, oh no. Because literally, one year I got a return of like over $1,000, and then now all of a sudden I have my own apartment. I pay for everything. What do you mean? And I owe $2? Oh no, nope. It just makes me so mad because it's like, why do I still owe? Like, I don't even own a home. Like, I rent. What do you mean? What do you mean? I'm confused. I'm like pissed.
She's a little bit too animated for me. Seems like she watched one too many Love and Hip Hop episodes and trying to, or Bad Girl Club episode and is trying to emulate. Um, yeah, I'll just leave it there.
So I finally got all my W-2s in the mail today, right? So I was like, fuck that, I'm about to file my taxes today because I need that money. I started filing my taxes. I always use TurboTax. I've been using it for years. I use TurboTax, right? Tell me why TurboTax told me with all of my W-2s, mind you, I had like 5 fucking W-2s with just scheduled jobs. Tell me why TurboTax gonna tell me I only made $18,000 for the whole fucking year. Now, mind you, y'all remember how hard I fucking worked this year. I damn near went into psychosis, fucking hearing and seeing shit. I fucking got dermatitis. I think I had COVID 3 fucking times. I got sick. I pulled a fucking disc in my back. All that shit for $18,000 a fucking year. And guess how much my fucking refund is? Guess. $75 fucking dollars. I don't even feel like it's a fucking point of me filing my taxes at that point. Because what the fuck is $75 gonna be? Nothing. Like, honestly, I just feel like all that shit was so fucking pointless. And I hate it because I can't even go back to hustling like I was hustling before because I don't have the fucking capacity. Literally, my body physically cannot fucking handle it anymore. I'd be ready to fucking pass out. I can only work like maybe 2 jobs and I need some type of break in between. I can't do the job 8 hours, do the next job 10 hours, clock out. No, I can't even do that shit no more. So now I'm just like, what the fuck? Is there even a fucking point in me filing my taxes at this point for $75 fucking dollars? What the fuck is that gonna do?
All right, let's do a little math here because the fact that she got 4 W-2s and she didn't even crack 20 grand in a year. Let's break down the math. So let's do 18,391 divided by 12. So that's $1,500 a month. My Lord, yeah, she got to get in this. She got to get some type of skill or trade. I mean, there's no way she should be working, that many jobs and not even crack 20 grand. Like I said, it's a skill issue here. Again, like I said, she's trying to work a minimum wage job or a job slightly above minimum wage and thinking that putting in, 50, 60 hours a week is going to cut it. And she's clearly, tearing her body down and her mental health. Um, my recommendation would be, like I said, trying to get into some type of skill trade program, or if you don't have the resources or the support to do so, the military may be an option.
You don't support Trump and you're a W 2 worker, you need to be up in your HR office getting the tax forms to go tax exempt. I know some people hear that word and they get turned off. They like, oh, I don't want to owe. I don't want to get in trouble. I've had a bad experience before. Look, YouTube is a free place. It's self-employed people out here. You can do the same thing. It's not that hard. A very easy way to see how easy it is would be to go to ADP website, type in your wage or your salary, type in your state. You'll be able to see exactly the amount in taxes that you should be taking out of your check when you go tax exempt, so that you can put that in another account so that you're able to pay your taxes next year and not be penalized for not paying or not paying the correct amount. The taxes that they take out of your check helps to fund programs that we don't support. We can do it as a collective if we want to. We need to do this.
People really be on TikTok giving tax advice. They gotta start throwing out some disclaimers before telling folks these things.
Exempt on my forms to not pay taxes to the federal government because I am not paying taxes without representation. Fuck that shit.
Mm. No taxes without representation. You heard it here first.
You're a W-2 worker, stop paying your taxes. I saw a couple TikToks, but I can't remember the creator. Basically, if you're a W-2 worker, that means that a portion of your paycheck.
So she's about to regurgitate some information that she heard from a TikToker, and she can't even remember the source that she got it from. Got it.
Bi-weekly, weekly, or whatever, taxes get taken out, and then at the end of the year you file your taxes, because if you've paid too much taxes to the government, they then owe you a refund, or if you didn't pay enough, you have to owe and pay money. But a lot of people get refunds, and if you get a refund, that means the government just had extra money from you, you overpaid them, here's some back. But also, while we're paying taxes, the government gets our money up front. Every month they're getting income from us, and now they're going to use it to do horrendous shit. If you don't support all of the new programs that this administration is doing with our tax money, then don't give them the money. And you can do that by going into your W-2 and changing it to claim non-exempt, which means that you're not giving any of your money upfront to the government. You are taking 100% of your paycheck, but at the end of the year when you do your taxes, you are going to owe. So you should probably set some of that money aside. But what it does is it prevents the government from getting too much money and then owing you a return, and it also prevents the government from getting your money up front, so they don't have it to borrow and use and spread horrible shit with. So I don't know, I am not a W-2 worker anymore. I'm self-employed, so that's what I do anyway. I have all my money, and then I'm gonna have to give some back to the government to pay my taxes. But I think that's cool. It's a cool way to take your money back and your power back. Don't give it to them up front. Find your own fucking money.
This is absolutely terrible advice that she's giving, telling people to go tax exempt and get 100% of the money in their paychecks. Because what's going to happen is most people are not going to put any money to the side, and then when it's time to file their taxes and they owe, they're not going to have any money for taxes, and they're going to be screwed. We got to remember, a large percentage of Americans are living check to check. So, like I said, this is not wise advice or wise counsel she is given.
The street is that Elon Musk thinks that Americans should get an enormous tax refund. And Trump tweeted, thumbs up if you agree. So we might be looking at some checks, guys. We deserve it. We deserve it, because what they did to our tax dollars did nothing but anger us. While we struggled for years, they wasted our tax money on shit like sushi for the fucking Pentagon. So if we get this money back, I think that we deserve it. So I'm happy about that.
We listen and we don't judge. I'll just leave it there.
So I filed my taxes last night, and apparently Joe Biden's geriatric ass needs another $78 from me. I owe the Fed $78. What do they need $78 from me for? I don't know. Hopefully it's to buy Joe Biden a B12 patch to keep his ass awake because he always falling asleep at world events. I never understood how taxes worked anyway, because it makes no sense to me how y'all know how much I make, so y'all know how much taxes you want from me, right? And then you take the taxes out of my check every 2 weeks, but then when I file, you decide actually we need another $78 from you. 78 of my Yankee Doodle dollars. That why? For what? And I ain't even do my state taxes yet because that's not open yet. But I'm gonna be honest, bitch, I don't trust New York. How much money do y'all want? I stopped paying attention to the governor after Cuomo left. I don't know who that lady is, but I do not trust her. 78 fucking dollars. That's my Uber Eats money.
That 78 got him tight. But let me know in the comments below. Many people are upset that they owe taxes. Many people are refusing to downright pay taxes. And some are trying to come up with finesses and hacks, such as claiming tax exempt status. Let me know what you think in the comments below. I look forward to hearing from you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.